My name is Sean.ledbetter, and my project is on cities' makeup and their ethnic diversity. We will look at how the city is diverse and split into different sects and how it's built around this and grows based off this population distribution. Just some background information. You can see that over time, this last century, more and more people have started to live in urban areas. And due to this, a growing number of diverse immigrants, whites, blacks, Hispanics, are starting to grow and living in the community together. Choosing where to live for these people living in these cities mostly comes down to money. It's normally cheaper to live inside the city, and that is why you'll find people living on the outside or in the suburbs have more money than the inner city in itself, except directly downtown, where it is utmost rich. Starting in about the 1960s, people started moving out of the city into the suburbs. This was due to an increase in money, cheaper cost of living outside of the city, and it was a symbol of status to have your own house, yard, 2 cars that you could not possibly have inside the city. The ability to live outside of the city is highly due to the highway and intersections of roads that were built. These roads also helped segregate people for living closer to them were the poorer areas, and the farther you lived from the road, the higher status or class that you had. Another means of transportation for the suburb class are rails and metros, mostly metros inside the United States, but due to the high-speed trains found such in France, Germany, China, and Japan, people can live farther away and travel to their job site inside the city. With the separation of areas that form due to natural structures such as highways or railroad tracks, areas become poorer and richer. This is because money is funded into one and not the other. With this constantly happening, you can see that one part of the city is pretty much left to die. When part of the city is left to die, it struggles to even last. Even if at once it was a grand structure key to the city, it can be forgotten and easily destroyed. That is because without focus and constant upkeep due to the city and key locations, it is nothing anymore. These also build with education splits. For the higher, richer sections of a city will receive better education, where a low goal would be a college education, and in the poorer districts, just graduating from a simple high school without being shot or being able to leave the city would be important. Things such as education being poor in one area lead to what is known as a poverty trap. This keeps lower sections of the city trapped, unable to move outside of that sect. They will be trapped there and unable to become rich or educated, most likely, unless they work hard and get a lucky break now and then. Even with the destruction of a city through rail lines and highways and the segregation of people into different sects and city parts where one will receive more money or attention than the other, all these combine to make a city as we know it, and if it was any different, we would be unable to recognize these, but still need to recognize the individual differences and problems.